Hey folks, you know the weather's gone horrible here, up here in the Midwest, cold, windy, and so time to start flying indoors. So what I've done is I've put in my winter order from Heli, because they have some exciting new helicopters and stuff I'm going to show you. I ordered actually one of these, only it's a big one. But since we're going to be talking about helicopters, I'm going to give you a little preview. Since I can't really find anything around here big and heavy enough, for me anyway, to fly in all this wind, I'm going to show you on a simulator some things to practice if you're going to start flying a helicopter. And this is the way I recommend, and when I teach people to fly, some of the things that I teach them to fly. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. I'm using the ClearView simulator just on my laptop out here, and I'm using the eSky transmitter. The first thing you have to learn how to do is to hover. If you can't hover, you won't get back. Of course, hovering's the hardest part. Keep the nose away from you. The left stick controls the counterclockwise and clockwise motion when you're looking down on it. It's yaw. Get this down good. If you can't do this, do not go any further. Once you do get the hovering down, what you want to do now is slide, keeping the helicopter still pointing away from you, but just getting used to flying sideways. Get the feel of that. The slightest amount of control on that right stick will make it go. You have to push it, let go to center, push it, make it go where you want it to go. You are in charge. Once you're comfortable with flying your helicopter sideways, back and forth, the next thing you want to practice is doing horizontal 8s in front of you, always pointing the nose away from you. When you make the turn, left turn here, come this way, point the nose away from you, always. Don't come back at you, or the next thing you know, you will be behind it. Got to keep it out in front of you. And if the wind is blowing, this is the way you want that wind, right in your face. Comfortable with that, get a little more speed up going through these turns. Always keeping the tail rotor higher in the turn than the helicopter. It's very important. You don't want that tail rotor to fall down behind, or the helicopter will drop into a heavy, sharp lean. And it's always best to keep the tail rotor high in a turn. You'll find it turns a whole lot easier. Easiest things. Reverse the pitch at the top of the loop. Make it nice and big. Always keeping the nose in front and in mind. Don't watch the tail. But as always, you have to know how to hover to get back. A little more aggressive now. Keep the nose down, pick your attitude, and don't touch the elevator. Just hit the roll, reverse pitch. You roll it over, you hit reverse pitch when it's upside down. Nicely. Try to give it any up or down elevator, you may jerk it out of its plane. They're real easy to do. Just push full down when you're upside down. Pull the transmitter stick and the throttle stick in the reverse direction, and it'll roll over nicely. Practicing inverted means to go into a loop, just make it a big loop. Fly a little inverted on the top of the loop so you feel comfortable with it, just a little, get the feel out of it. Loops. Inverted flying. Remember, when you're inverted, everything is backwards. So you've got to constantly keep your mind in the helicopter. When I am upright, I pretty much watch the nose and tell everybody to watch the nose. But when I'm upside down, I watch the tail. Because when you push the left stick in the direction of the tail, it will go in that direction. And of course, when you're upside down, the low side of the rotor is the way you want to push your aileron stick to keep it level. And of course, you've got to be able to get back.
All right, I just picked up some tips. Let's go practice.